the basis of cold pitching really comes down to psychology. So if I were to tell you that we were going to send out 10 cold pitches today in this workshop right now, it's going to create a certain feeling inside of you. So some of you might be like really excited and you're like, wait, that's so cool. I didn't know we were going to be doing that. This is amazing. Let's go. Others might be like a little scared. You're like, I don't know. Right now, it doesn't seem like a great time for me. You're starting to think of as any excuse you can to try and like get out of this workshop. Some of you might even be as far as like kind of feeling sick to your stomach and like, no, do not make me do that. I'm not interested. And some of you might be looking to be like, wait, what could I say to get out of this workshop right now? I got to get out of here. I don't want to do this cold pitch right now. So I see you, and we're going to fix this. So to fix this, you need to understand how your mind works. So your mind runs on feedback loops, and that's the only way that you are able to process the amount of information coming your way every single day. So what these feedback loops do is they tell you how to react to something so that you don't have to spend time thinking about how to react to it. So your feedback loop will remember past experiences. It'll memorize what it believes to be the best reaction to that experience, and then it will pull up that reaction whenever you're facing a specific situation again. So a really good example of this is to say, let's say that someone gives you a compliment. Chances are you have a feedback loop for how you react to getting complimented. So some of you might immediately just like disregard it and be like, oh, no, like that's not true. Like, thank you, but like, no, that's not me. Or, you know, you're too like embarrassed to take on that compliment, or you just don't know how to react. Now, others might immediately compliment the person back. So whatever they said to you, you're like, yeah, but you're that thing too. Like, you're amazing, you're incredible also, right? And then others might be able to just take the compliment and move on and say, wow, thank you. I really appreciate you saying that. And then continue moving forward with that conversation. So all of these reactions are just feedback loops based on how you have learned to handle somebody complimenting you. Now, there are two ways to classify feedback loops, either as negative or as positive. So a negative feedback loop creates a negative experience from a certain stimulus. If your reaction to me telling you that you had to send 10 cold pitches today was like, no, thank you, like I got to get out of this workshop somehow, suddenly, you know, I'm really busy, I got to go, you know, like trying to think of any excuse you can to get out of here, then you have a negative feedback loop for cold pitching. Now, when you look at the biological term for this, it's always negative feedback loop. But what we want to do is turn that negative feedback loop into a more positive one. But technically, it will still be called a negative feedback loop biologically. So here's what a negative feedback loop for cold pitching is going to look like. So this is me with my glasses on. I'm telling you, let's go. Let's cold pitch these 10 clients right now. This is your brain thinking, you know what? I'm definitely not good enough to pitch them yet. I think they're probably going to hate my pitch. It's better that I don't do this. They're never going to answer me. Cold pitching doesn't really work, or they're just going to be mad at me for contacting them. Who am I to just send this random email to someone I don't know? Now, this negative feedback loop creates an action from you. And this action is going to be you saying, well, you know what? I have other stuff to do. Like, I don't have time to send those cold pitches. Or just straight up, I don't have time for this and I'm leaving. Or you might even give me an excuse and say, I can't cold pitch until I have made the perfect website or created a better content strategy or have better social media content or published my newsletter or whatever the case is. There's always going to be an excuse that you will find if you have this negative perception of cold pitching. Now, we want to turn that negative feedback loop for cold pitching into a positive feedback loop. So a positive feedback loop creates that positive experience from a certain stimulus. So if your reaction to me telling you that you had to send 10 cold pitches today was, hell yes, I cannot wait to send these. I didn't realize this is what was going to happen in the workshop. This is so exciting. I'm even more excited for this than I was before. Then you have a positive feedback loop for cold pitching. Now, here's what that positive feedback loop is going to look like. So this is me again. Let's cold pitch 10 clients right now. This is your brain. You take that information in and your brain says, what an incredible opportunity could come from this, or this is going to be so fun, or wow, like I have butterflies right now. I cannot wait to do this. Or maybe you're thinking, wow, these people are going to love my cold pitch. I can't wait to send it out. The action that's created from these thoughts is going to be, what's the first step? Like, let's get this started. Let's go, Eva. Or it might be like, let me clear my calendar for the rest of the day so I can give this my full attention. Or it might just be, I am so freaking excited. Like, this is an amazing opportunity and I can't wait to go for it. So creating that positive feedback loop is going to require two things. First, it requires you to realize that you do have a negative feedback loop around cold pitching, and helps you to pay attention when you decide how you react to a certain stimuli. In this case, that is those cold pitches. So you're realizing, you know what? When she said that we're going to cold pitch, I was like, I kind of don't want to do this. That's what we need from you. I need you to realize that that's happening. Now, the second thing that we need is for you to get the results that you're hoping for. When you get the results and when you get that response, or when you are able to land a project from cold pitching, it's going to create that positive feedback loop in your mind where you get to say, well, last time it worked, so why wouldn't it work this time? Let me try it. So what I need you is to be in charge of that first part. I need you to recognize when you're kind of feeling down about cold pitching or you just think it's not working. What I'm going to do for you is give you a framework that helps you get that second part. It helps you get the result you're looking for, which is a response or hopefully a project.